Blackstone presents A Few of the World's Great Religions by Joseph Mccabe. This book is read by Oberon Michaels. The Religions of Egypt and Babylon. What chiefly surprises the man who wanders through the Egyptian gallery of a museum, or opens an illustrated book on Egypt, is the great number of divinities, especially animal-headed divinities. How could so great a nation retain such monstrous deities? But we must remember that in historic Egypt it was only the ignorant majority who took these old deities seriously, just as in the modern Christian world the deity of the cultivated is not the deity of the people. We must remember, too, that each of these cow-headed goddesses or jackal-headed gods had a powerful priesthood. It was the priests who fought for the gods. In the beginning it is quite intelligible, if we bear in mind that material and political conditions have as much influence on religion as on anything else. Egypt is a unique country. It is a very long and very narrow valley. The result of this was that each section of the valley had its own tribe, and it took ages for one kingdom to spread over the whole. These tribes had come into Egypt from different quarters, and each had its own god, or gods. We saw that religion began with a belief in spirits everywhere in nature, but especially in curious or powerful objects in nature. So different tribes saw divinity in the sun, the moon, the hawk, the cow, the bull, the crocodile, the ape, the ram, and so on. When they settled down, wars with their neighbours occurred, and the greatest bitterness arose from the rivalry of their gods. The cult of each was hardened and grew powerful. But even before the historic period there were great nature gods, which were represented only in human form. Osiris, probably a sun god originally; Ra, another sun god; Isis, possibly at first a fertility goddess; Horus, later a saviour god; Neith, probably the fertility goddess of another tribe; and so on. When Egypt was organized, the priests arranged these deities as man and wife, mother and son, and so on, and thus more or less organized religion. But the priests constantly intrigued, and at times one or another deity became the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?